See, about this Rob Ekpo and Mayowa matter, without sounding insensitive, I feel for Robbie a lot, but I can understand why Mayowa, acted the way that she did. Was that right? I don't know. I can't really say. I just know that she was pretty frustrated in that marriage. Unfortunately, I don't know if she communicated it to him, but in that communication and rant that she poured out to her friend, I could see her frustration. I can understand where she was. She was fed up. Okay, and Rob is a bit, when I say childlike, let me use childlike, right? I sent her 1 million as a fine boy that I am. I was a bachelor. I just thought that, I feel like Rob, puppy love would be fine for someone like Rob, but, and to her credit as well, she did have a family meeting, and, she said she didn't want again, and in the family meeting, they were telling her, oh, but why now? The person is now doing well. It wasn't really about the doing well. It's everything, the totality of everything. The woman is now tired. She doesn't even want you to touch her anymore. It's just the way she's gone about it, right? But to her credit, like I said, they had had a meeting, family meeting, and had ended things. So she did end it, but it seemed like he was still holding on to it, right? I just feel sad for him, and I really hope that he meets a woman on his level. I think that's so important. A woman on his level, who both of them are. But it's like he also likes the Mayowa level. Mature, driven, confident. I go for what I want. But then you kind of give off this energy, and they get tired because they're like, I want you to be more. Everything she said in that rant to her friend, fine boy, all these things she said is quite evident. I don't know, it's sad. And then other bits that people are talking about, her promiscuity, sleeping with married men, that one is now her own character flaw. I can't speak to that, but I'm just saying, based on what has transpired between them, they're just two people who are very there was no way I could have seen her carrying on. And I don't blame her, because there was something she said, I have to do this for me. She's just being selfish, because I found out that women should be more selfish, and I'm not sorry about that. Women should be more selfish. Yeah, just wanted to say that. Bye. Another thing too was, I thought it was unfair to share some of her husband's sensitivities with someone the way that she did. There were just some names she was calling him. I just thought it was a bit too much. Mature goods and all those things. And it's hard, because that's truly how she feels. That's the frustration she's feeling. But I just felt some type of way personally to hear her just express it like that to someone else, and just talk about him like, it's too much. Yeah, but I understand her pain, and I feel like her pain is valid. For someone who loves sex, not getting enough sex is frustrating. And you can see that Rob feels like he's trying, I'll get 500k, I'll send her 200k. For someone living abroad, come on now, let's when you split that, I don't even think it's up to 40 pounds. Also, there was a part of me that felt like, if she was already working abroad, I don't see why he needs to send you money from Nigeria when you know that he's still struggling. I don't know, I just feel sad for them, I guess. Yeah.